Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back. Not my garden. I'm not in my garden today. I am actually at my friend Ashley's house. Ashley has been my friend for quite a number of years. Our daughters are friends, and she actually is my photographer. She has a photography business called Lusting for Light. She's done my family photos, and then she also does my business, like my garden photos and photos for my website and everything like that. So we've just become really good friends over the years. And Ashley and her family, I'm so happy for them. They were able to buy this house last year, which I am just, it's so fun to get a new house. It's so fun to buy a new house. And unfortunately, they moved a little bit further away from me where they used to live. We used to be very close neighbors when I was at my last property, but I'm so happy for them. So their new house is a Mediterranean style house, and it has been professionally landscaped a couple years ago. You'll see what I mean. I'll give you guys a little tour of what the yard looks like. But she had a gardener that was here helping her, and that you hire a gardener, and sometimes they know what they're doing, and sometimes they don't really know what they're doing. And so she kept asking me questions as the gardener was kind of pruning back her trees and everything like that. And finally we realized I needed to come help her a little bit. So that's why I'm here today, and just to kind of give guidance and everything like that. And then we were talking more, and we decided to kind of make this garden one of my projects for this year. I have a line with proven winners called Best for the West, which is a whole bunch of plants that do really good in the western United States climate. So hot and dry summers. And I'm going to be planting up some of my Best for the West collection in her house, because it is just a beautiful landscape, and it just needs a little bit of TLC to really shine. So here's a look at the front of her house. I'm going to be working on the front garden and the back garden this spring. You can see it's a very Mediterranean style home with the tile roofs. I love it. We already have plans that we're going to be planting some bougainvillea right up and over that arch. Oh, it'll be gorgeous. She has a gorgeous magnolia. I think it's a little gem magnolia in her front yard, and then a strawberry tree as well that's absolutely beautiful. Now, she does have a crepe myrtle that we saw blooming last year, but this is one of the things that the gardener did to this poor crepe myrtle. Oh my goodness. So this is what you're not supposed to do to a crepe myrtle, right? This is what they say, crepe murder, right? And this crepe myrtle has basically been headed back, topped, basically. It's going to recover, but I told her not to prune her crepe myrtle for like at least the next 5 years, because it definitely needs to recover from this pruning. I'm so sad, because the last time I was here, the crepe myrtle was absolutely beautiful. And then it got a little too much attention, I would say. So that's okay. That's one of the things that the gardener kind of messed up on. We have a bunch of shrubs here that I think that we're probably going to take out and replace. We have some lavender that's, I'm going to try and prune it back, but you can see it has a couple holes in it. I would say that this garden was landscaped maybe 10 years ago, and then she told me that they purchased the house from an older couple, so I think that it just hasn't been taken care of. I'm not sure why they planted all these plants in the lawn, but we're actually going to take those out, and we're going to overseed the lawn, so hopefully the lawn can kind of come back a little bit. But like I said, just very easy fixes that, just planting some color here, letting the crepe myrtle grow back, putting the bougainvillea, easy fixes, and it's going to make a huge difference to this property. Let me show you the backyard. It's gorgeous. So it's a little windy today. Sorry about the wind, but here you can see at least part of the backyard. Isn't this so beautiful? So Mediterranean. At first she said that her backyard was tropical, but I don't think it was designed to be a tropical backyard. I think it was designed to be a Mediterranean backyard. Because if you see, we've got Wichita blue juniper, we've got some palms, we have another strawberry tree back here that's so beautiful, blooming right now, cypress. I don't know what that is. Euonymus? I'm not totally sure what this is. Pineapple sage, a banana, some birds of paradise, just really, really pretty. And I'm pretty sure they were going for a Mediterranean feel as opposed to a tropical feel, which perfectly matches with the beautiful pool and the Mediterranean feel of her house. So you can see this was professionally landscaped at one point. Back here, they even did the side of her house over here with a gazebo. Look at how beautiful that is, and little pathways. So this is probably the area that we're going to be working on the most. The gardener came and unfortunately did quite some damage. This is a desert willow right here, and you can see he topped it off there. You know, I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything like that, but that's not the way you prune trees like that. Let's see. Here's a pomegranate that he topped as well. This was, you know, much taller than that. That, you know, it's okay. I'm trying to be nice. It'll be fine. It'll recover. and then over here we've got some more cypress, some more pineapple sage. What is this? I don't know what this is. I'm not sure what this one is. An albutilon over there. Just really, really pretty. What I'm doing here today is she has some roses that she does want to keep. She likes her roses. And so I'm going to show her how to prune back her roses. These roses obviously have been here for quite a while. So I'm going to make sure that I thin them out. I kind of give them a rejuvenation prune and defoliate them so that hopefully they can come back nice and healthy. She moved in, I think, last summer, so she knows what colors they are, and she likes these, you know, the colors of the roses and everything. But again, it's always hard when you move into a new property because you don't really know what plant is what. Right here, we have what I'm pretty sure is a curry plant that I think we're going to take out. She doesn't really want it. Actually, I think a lot of these plants we're going to put on like Facebook Marketplace and have someone come and take them if they want them. I think that will probably be the best bet for taking out the plants that she doesn't want. So yes, I have plenty to do at my own garden, right? I have lots of planting. I just got a huge delivery of a whole bunch of plants yesterday, and I am planning to plant those in my garden, but I also love going to other people's gardens sometimes and, you know, just kind of having a change of pace, a change of scenery, and just be able to kind of look around and get an idea of other gardens and other plants maybe that I don't plant in my garden. Like, for instance, I don't want palm trees in my garden, but they look absolutely beautiful in this garden. So it just makes it kind of fun. So anyway, I am going to get to work on these roses right now. It shouldn't take me too long. I mean, they're pretty big roses, but I'm going to be doing quite a big rejuvenation prune. So I'll be able to cut most of them back, and then I'll come back in March and I'll fertilize them with the Van Winden's Magic Mix, which is absolutely wonderful. And we'll just kind of work our way through over the spring. I'll be coming back here and planting things up, cleaning things up. I was telling Ashley that the bones of this garden are so incredibly beautiful. It's like the littlest bit of work, the low-hanging fruit, and we can make such a huge difference for this garden and really make it like a paradise. And of course, I want to come and swim in her pool as well. So anyway, I'm going to get started with some work, and I will check back in and show you guys what I've gotten done so far. Okay, these 3 roses over here on the west side of the house are done. Oh, I'm actually really excited because just the teeniest bit of TLC, I think this garden is going to be spectacular. It's going to be like a Mediterranean oasis. I can imagine it. So these roses, this one was super overgrown. Oh my gosh. I could even do a little bit more than that. So first off, I cut it back by about 1/3. And then the really important thing is you can see how crowded it was inside. There's so many branches that are crossing. There was dead branches in there. It hasn't been pruned in quite a while. And I feel like I can understand that because obviously the people who planted this, they were aging here, and obviously you get to a point where that you can't really take care of your plants anymore. So I really wanted to focus on major rejuvenation. As I'm looking at this, I think I could probably take it back even a little bit more, but I'm just going to leave it and see how it does today. I took out any of the branches that were going in the interior, just to kind of open it up a little bit, and then kind of cleaned out from right around the edge of the plant, around the edge of the rose, excuse me, so it could get a little air, and then also we can fertilize it next month. I did the same thing with this one over here, which actually looks pretty good. And then this one over here gets a little bit more shade closer to the house. Again, this is a west facing side of the house, so it gets afternoon sun. But you can see this one isn't, I don't know if it's a newer rose or it's just not growing as much, but I kind of just cleaned it up a little bit as well. So as I was pruning, I noticed that I'm sure you can see what I'm pointing at. All of the trees right here are all the exact same height. And even the Italian cypress got topped, which I didn't notice that before. It's just a matter of, I told Ashley, don't prune any of your trees. Just don't prune any of them for the next 5 years. Let them grow back and let them recover, because I don't think it was designed for all these trees to be back here and to be exactly the same height, and all the way around here exactly the same height. But you can see over here by the pool, these trees, I don't know if they were newly planted as compared to the ones on the west side of the house. You can see this Italian cypress didn't get topped. The strawberry tree hasn't been touched, isn't tall enough. The Wichita blue over there hasn't been touched. So you can see the difference in height that obviously the landscape designer had for this planting, and I'm sure for the planting around the corner. So, like I keep saying, there's so much potential. It might take a while, for some of these trees, these big specimens to recover, but I bet you by summer it's going to be a huge difference, because a lot of these plants grow really, really quickly. I am going to start addressing the banana tree right there. That banana tree just has some winter dieback, just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. That's pretty normal for what a banana tree looks like. Trying not to fall in. That would be a fun video, right? So this is pretty normal for what a banana tree looks like around us. We do get some winter dieback in zone 9B, but it's really easy. You just clean off the old leaves and then it'll grow back very, very quickly. And then over here, we have a bird of paradise, which is really beautiful. Normally it zones 10 and 11, but you can get away in zone 9B. We're 9B, and we usually don't get freezes, so these guys usually can handle our temperature, our weather. For pruning this one, you just want to prune it I'm trying to think what type of plant that you would do that, like a geranium. You go all the way down and prune it at the very end. You don't want to actually cut the top, because then you'll see that for the whole rest of the season. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to kind of clean this up. I'm going to clean the banana up, and then I got to do this rose. This is a climbing rose. I don't know what's going on with the with the staking or anything, but I'll try and figure it out, I think, after I clean it up. But yeah, so I'm going to work on these 3 plants right now. So climbing rose, bird of paradise, and banana tree are all pruned and they look a lot better. So the banana tree I just cut back. It is just so crazy how much water is in these trees. Look at that. It's just so crazy. That's just how banana trees are. They're so very interesting. But you can see this one is nice and healthy. It has a lot of fresh new growth right here. So that should start coming out. I need to come and weed a little bit. And then coming over here to the bird of paradise, this is looking really good as well. I'm going to tell Ashley that I think this one needs to be watered a little bit more. They do have an irrigation system. And so maybe she can add another emitter on this one, but you can just see the leaves, the edges are getting a little bit crispy. So I think it just needs a little bit more water. And then this climbing rose right here, I was so happy to find the tag. The raspberry cream twirl looks really pretty, but I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, moved the trellis, and we'll hopefully, I need to get some twine or something, but hopefully I'll be able to start training it so it's kind of growing up this corner right along this fence post thing, whatever. I think that'll look really pretty. It was kind of wonky and going off that way, and I was even tempted to prune off this big cane right here, this main cane, but then I just thought that I would try and, I don't know, get it to stay. I need some twine. But you can kind of see what I'm going for there. So I will be coming back to Ashley's house quite a number of times over the next couple months because I think that this is just a fun project. It's really fun to, I have so much stuff to do at my own house, but it's really fun to kind of get out of your property and go see other places. Like there's a whole bunch of plants here that I don't have that for me, it's kind of fun to work on, like the bird of paradise, like the banana tree, like the pineapple sage, like I don't have any of those plants in my own garden. So it's kind of fun to kind of work with it. And again, I think that the before and after is going to be huge because this garden is kind of like a low-hanging fruit garden. There's just a few very easy things that we need to do, and it's going to be absolutely stunning. So I've kind of got the all clear from Ashley and her husband Emilio to pretty much do, like, I don't want to say do whatever I want because it's their property and I'll be asking them, but kind of they are listening to what I have to say. I'm trying to find a place that's not too windy. They're taking my advice and everything like that because Ashley is an amazing photographer and knows way more than I do about photography, and I know way more than her about plants. So, the sky's kind of the limit in what we can do in this property, in this Mediterranean makeover. So I'd love to have your guys' input and see if you have any ideas. Again, I think just a couple little things and it's going to make a huge difference. So before I leave and go home to my own garden, let me tell you guys a couple of my ideas. First of all, I think I'm going to be growing things up back here, right? Growing things up the pergola, some type of climbing, twining, something. Maybe put some pots all around here and maybe even some hanging baskets. That would be really pretty. I think that this whole garden bed under here needs to be underplanted. I mean, there's nothing much we can do about these trees. I think once they get some spring growth on them, hopefully they'll have some difference in height and everything like that. But underplanting with some beautiful color, I think will be really fun. Here on the west side, there's a lot of stuff here that I'm not even totally sure what it is. First of all, we have this hedge right here that's not looking too hot. I told Ashley I think we need to take this hedge out. Over here, I think is this rosemary? No? I don't know what this is. This is something. I don't know what this is. This is something. If you guys know what this is, let me know. This almost looks like that yellow flower. I can't remember the name of it right now, but that yellow flower. And then she has this beautiful alstroemeria right here. That's really pretty. So I'm thinking about taking a lot of this out and replacing it with different shrubs and perennials and annuals. I think that that'll be really pretty. Maybe some bougainvillea climbing up over here. And then over here, we were thinking about getting some pots that we were going to put behind the pool wall and put like some really colorful, beautiful annuals in. Maybe put a couple more shrubs that have a little bit more color, because obviously we have the orange from the bird of paradise, but there's pretty much no other color back here. So I think it'll be really nice to have some color. They do have this pergola right here, which I think could also use some pots here and here with things growing up. And then I was thinking this little corner right here, wouldn't that be beautiful to have a big pot there with like a banana tree or something? Wouldn't that be gorgeous? So there are, how do I say this? The bones of this place are stunningly beautiful. Whoever did this landscape design did a beautiful job. We just have the finishing touches that we had to put on it, and then also kind of maintaining things that have been neglected over the last couple of years, obviously, because of you know, the people who lived here before. It's completely understandable, and now we get the job of kind of cleaning it up a little bit. I wanted to show you guys. This is so funny. This is I don't know, like Creeping Fig or Creeping Charlie or something like that. You could see this little trellis got stuck in there and I can't pull it out. I don't know what to do. I just thought that was the funniest thing. So this is growing on the fence. I'm pretty sure it's growing from this side. So I'll be cleaning that up, or I'll help Ashley's husband kind of clean it up a little bit. But I think it's really, really pretty. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. And even we have the benefit of the neighbors' palm trees as well. So I'm pretty excited to have the opportunity to work on this garden. Again, I just think it's fun. I have plenty of stuff to do in my own garden, but it's also fun to kind of get out for a little while and to be able to come see my friend Ashley. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any good ideas for this makeover. Obviously, we're trying to keep it on a budget, and then her husband Emilio, he wants to maintain. He wants to take care of the garden from now on. So I kind of want to keep it a little bit low maintenance for him, just so that he can easily take care of this property. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you all enjoyed this. We'll be back here soon, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.